Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gillen's Garage. Wanted to introduce you to my 97 F350 crew cab dually truck I've been working on building and running for the last couple of years, and show you one of the things I'm working on today. Alright, so here's my 1997 F350. Little history on this. It's a Georgia truck. Shopped around for a while to find a nice rust-free, low mileage. I picked it up about 3 years ago with 88,000 miles on it. I think it's got about 109 on it now. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. Did update it. It did not originally have the Alcoa aluminum rims. It had simulators, so I updated that. Swapped the rear gear ratio from the 410 down to 373. One big thing I did inside was installed the ZF6 transmission in preparation for converting this thing to four-wheel drive. A little dark under here, but you can see the transfer case, shifters in and everything, ready just to do the swap. Probably gonna do an 08 to newer swap, but wanted to give you just a little introduction to it today and show you something that I'm going to work on. Let me pop the hood. Alright everybody, so here it is. As you can see, this has been modified slightly. Went ahead and intercooled this truck using a early 99 Spider. These are some Carson Stauffer intercooler pipes, and obviously the stock 99 intercooler. This truck's got 160cc injectors and the GP38 industrial injection drop-in turbo, so it works pretty good. I'm running an 8.4 turbine housing. So it's like a 6689 turbo. But anyhow, with that added boost, what I was experiencing a lot was a lot of oil residue inside the intercooler system. And you know, every time you tear it apart, you got oil everywhere, and it's like, you know, there's got to be a fix for that. Well, I've seen a lot of guys doing this CCV modification, and I did it, and I've had it on about 2 days, and no, I don't like it. Just too much stink underneath the truck, and you know, it should really be tied back into the intake. So I did a little bit of research, and I found this product right here. International product, actually. The GDT CCV 003 kit. So basically comprised of a filter and the mount and a new hose, and basically this thing comes with all of the directions to install it. Now, as you can see on the OBS trucks, plenty of space to install this thing, so I'm gonna install that today and let you guys take a look and see what you think. Alright guys, so here are the three main components to this. The breather mechanism here itself that bolts down to the valve cover. There's a spring clip in there to create some tension for when you batten that down. And if you look close inside here, you can see the O-ring there, and that creates the seal to the underside of the filter. So there's that. Like I say, you got this like butterfly spring set up. Of course, it's important that you install the O-rings that come with the kit, as well as the O-rings that come with the original, or the new bolts that come with the kit. So you'll have both of those. And then here's the filter assembly itself, and it's pretty easy to access the filter. Now let's see if I can get it. There we go. Pop that top off, and then it's even nice they give you the replacement filter part number, but just pop that out, and another little filter there, but let some of the oil just seep right back down into the valve cover and back down to the sump. But slap that back in there, and obviously this is somewhat adjustable as far as direction. You know, you can tweak that thing to meet your needs as far as where you're going to place that hose to connect back into your intake. And it also comes with a section. It looks like about a foot long. Yeah, about a foot long section of hose, obviously going from here back into the intake. Now it also comes with all the clamps and this nice barbed fitting for a commercial setup, and also this same thing for if you were putting this on a bus with air brakes or something. The directions talk about that, but really shouldn't need any of that. I'm just going to go from this point back into, well, I have it right here. You can see I had that port blocked off, but that hose will just connect back to that. I'll take that off and hook everything back up, and shouldn't take very long at all. All right, so here's something I need to mention. You see these 4 pins on the bottom? Those are actually the, I'd call them locking cams or locking pins that actually go down inside those 4 holes there, and then you can kind of, it's a little dark there, but you can kind of see that arm. And let me just move that arm for you there. That's the locking arm that cams over and holds that in place. So let me go ahead and just drop that down in there, see if I can do this one-handed. So set the filter unit down in. Make sure your spring clip is seated where it needs to be. Oh, make sure your arm's open up the right place. Yep. Okay, kind of push down on that. Yeah. You'd push down on that and pull the lever, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do both while holding the camera. So let me pause it, and I'll come back to you once that's cammed down. All right, everybody, there it is installed. Now, the one thing I did find is you will actually have to trip the lever and pop this thing out in order to change the filter, which is not really a big deal. I mean, obviously you disconnect it here, trip the lever down there, down right there, actually right here, trip that lever, pull this thing out, pop these 2 clips off, change the filter, and put it back in. Now, this does have a bit of an angle to it, but this is a braided line that they sent with it that I have no doubts is retaining its shape and not crushed at all, so it shouldn't have any flow restrictions in that. Now you will see there's a red indicator right here that the instructions do tell you that is a kind of a telltale sign for the filter change when the airflow is getting blocked, which would increase crankcase pressure. So good to follow the directions with this. Total install, I tell you, it took longer to make the video than it did to install this thing. 20 minutes or less. Really couldn't be any more straightforward. You know, brings it back into emissions compliance as far as if you were just dumping that stuff out into the environment. I'm anxious to see how much cleaner the intercooler piping is next time I hopefully don't have to tear it apart. But you know, hopefully it'll keep the oil out of the system, especially in a high boost pull or heavy pull pulling a camper or whatnot. All right, guys. So just to review, here is the kit number, international part number, Green Diesel Technology, and I will tell you, I got this thing right off of eBay. filterbarn.com. You can see $100. I think that was money well spent. I'll test it out, and hopefully that is the case. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick episode, and hope you enjoy the new ride on the channel, or I should say, newly featured ride on the channel. Like I say, I've had the truck a couple years, but hopefully you'll see this truck in future episodes when the four-wheel drive swap happens, and maybe I'll do a more in-depth of how that ZF6 went in, but like I say, that was pretty easy. So, well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Take care.